Happy Sunday. Welcome, welcome. Sorry I'm a little late, but I am also like the queen of being late. And if you've been with me for a while, you probably already know this. So, yes, happy Sunday. I'm so happy I could go live on this Sunday and be with you guys. I haven't been able to go live as much as I used to, or as much as I would even like to. So say hey to me as you get in here. Hey, Maria. Hey, Nico. I think I'm reading that right. Thank you, girl. I think you're a girl. Anyways, yes, welcome, welcome. I'm going to get my cards shuffled, and then we're going to go through all of the zodiac signs, Aries through Pisces, and just get a quick glance at the energy and what we can expect this in the current energy, right? Or this upcoming week, I should say. And yeah, while I get ready, say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I always like to know that info. And we're going to get started on our Sunday. Also, if you don't already follow me on Facebook, please go follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Hey, AJ. Hey, Anita. Ooh, from Italy. Awesome. Italy is on my bucket list. I specifically want to go to Venice. So, you can send me a ticket. That'd be great. I'm just kidding. But I've always wanted to go to Italy. I don't know. I love Italian food. I'm not Italian, but I swear to God, I eat like one. It's all I ever really want is Italian food. But I also think Italy is gorgeous, and I would like to see it. Thank you. Hello, Fatina. From Tunisia. Wow, cool. Happy Sunday from Louisiana. I love the Louisiana accent. I'm actually obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with the show, the Bayou. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that on the Discovery Channel. Yeah, obsessed. Anyways, sorry, ADD. Let me shuffle my cards. Thank you for saying hello. Please continue to tell me where you're joining from. We've got about 54 people in here and growing, so I'll give that a chance to grow. I have, so far for August, Aries out, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Gemini. Check those readings out if you haven't yet. The rest of them will be slowly leaking out during the month. Yay! And I think I'm going to use these cards, so I'm going to give these a good shuffle. I've also got my crystals here. I'm going to do a little meditation. I'm doing all of the signs, Maria. We're going to start with Aries, and then we're going to go through Pisces. A quick few cards for each sign. Hey, thank you for moderating for me today. I appreciate you. Hi, Diane. Appreciate you too. A big fan for years. Woo woo. I love that. I have a very stable fan base. So even my page has been like stuck at 161 some subscribers for since COVID ended. Like 2 years now, maybe not quite that long. But because YouTube stopped sharing my videos for the most part in the algorithm. I don't know how I fell off the algorithm. I think it's because I slowed down for a while and I stopped going live, but I just don't show up. So all of my views come from my 160,000 some subscribers that have been with me for really the majority of the time I've been on YouTube. So talk about a loyal fan base. That's awesome. I'm not even complaining about that. I feel like some of you I know, like no at this point. I know my moderators I ended up becoming friends with. Some of them pop in still, some of them don't, but I had actually made really good friends with quite a few people I met on YouTube and other tarot readers. It's been an awesome journey. So anyways, thank you for showing up for me. And if you are new, great, subscribe so you don't miss out. Come join the club. And let's get started. We're going to go to Aries first, but I want to meditate. I want to get a drink of water in. If you meditate, I invite you to join me. If nothing else, it'll make you feel a little bit better, but it also may help me tap into your specific energy or your storyline. If you don't meditate, that's fine, but also why not? Um, just sit there and chill, and I'm going to be quiet for a minute, and then I'll be right back. So, just give me one quick second here. And I'm back. So I just cleared my energy, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Aries, you're up first. I'm going to use a combination of cards. I honestly don't remember the name of these, but I'm going to use these. My Osho Zen cards. Feeling those. Feeling these. Okay. All right, Aries, here we go. What can Aries expect in this upcoming week? For my Aries, you have the card of Pluto, also Scorpio energy. You could be connecting with Scorpio or have that in your chart, and or it's just the influencing vibes. So Pluto to me is a very erratic energy, but it does talk about renewal of your inner resources, transformation, change, but it could be a very unexpected type of vibe. It reminds me a little bit of the Tower, right? But it's all about like clearing out the old, bringing in the new. This could also highlight a very intense or extreme energy. Sometimes it also could bring out suspicious or obsessive, that shadowy type of energy. So something to be aware of, Aries, as we go into this upcoming week. Let's see what the Osho Zen has to say. You have the card of the Miser. Ooh. The card of intensity and aloneness. So it's funny that I just said like this card can represent a very intense energy, and then I literally got the card of intensity, and I love the color in that. But what I like about this card is you see the spirit is kind of pushing through the contrast or pushing through the problem, right? So I feel like that may be the energy that you're bringing to the table, Aries. What's interesting is it's connected to the Miser. This is like the Four of Pentacles. This is like kind of holding on, hoarding things. It could be a very closed off or like a petty energy that could be coming from you or somebody you're connecting with. And then the card of aloneness. So this is quite literally, you know, being alone, isolated, feeling left out. So I don't know if this is your energy or somebody you're connecting with. Some of you could be connecting with somebody who has a very intense vibe or aura, but it's not always in the best way. It's a little closed-minded. It could be a little bit petty. You know, this person may have the ability to make you feel completely alone or misunderstood, okay? And or you could be giving off these vibes, whether intentionally or unintentionally, to somebody else, especially if you yourself are in like a very unstable mindset or energy right now. You know, you might just be coming off closed off and hard to read. So take it as it's resonating with you, Aries. Let's see what else. I don't remember what the reading I just put out for you was about, because I did it a week or so ago. But I feel like this is kind of similar to the vibes, and it's definitely similar to the vibes I got in the Scorpio reading, so check that reading out as well. What else? King of Cups. The Moon and the Seven of Swords. Yuck. I hate the Seven of Swords. Why the Seven of Swords? Three of Swords. Okay, so Aries, I feel like there is a whole lot of hidden emotion going on. I feel like a lot of you're dealing with somebody who is hiding quite literally. Well, they're not doing a very good job of it. I just want to say that, like, it's palpable, you know, it's not like if this is somebody you're dealing with and they're trying to hide something or hide their emotions, like you'll be able to feel it. Like it's just something about them feels suspicious, or like you feel this sense of like, can I trust that? You know what I mean? So pay attention to your intuition, especially for you Aries that are dealing with water signs, Scorpio in particular, but could be Cancer, Pisces. Because I feel like there's something fishy going on there. You have the Seven of Swords, the Three of Swords, the Moon card, and the King of Cups. So this to me is hidden, and then a very hurtful energy. So I don't know if somebody is hiding hurt feelings, you know, or pretending like they're all right when they're not all right. And this also could be you, okay, doing this. But it definitely seems to me like something's not on the up and up here, Aries. And with Pluto here, the good thing about Pluto is because it's such an erratic energy, it does tend to bring the truth to the surface. It does tend to bring hidden emotions to the surface, right? So whatever this is, I feel like it will not be swept under the rug for very long. Some of you are like already aware of this. If it's you that's doing the suppression or the hiding of the emotions, I feel like it's just getting so intense that, you know, eventually it's going to bubble to the surface, right? And you're a fire sign. So first, I don't feel like this is you. I just feel like I know Aries energy, and you guys don't typically hide anything. I'm not saying you're not capable of it, but usually it's just like, boom, you'll just say it. I really feel like this is somebody that you're dealing with. But again, you know, you could have a lot of water in your chart. This could be you. But I feel this to be somebody else. Okay. So is there anything else Aries needs to know? It's just all based on this one person, or what? I feel like this is going to take precedence. Yeah, relationships. This is highlighting a specific connection or relationship. Now, mind you, a lot of you, this will be an intimate person, but it doesn't have to be. It could be a friend, a family member. For some reason, I'm also getting the medical field. I don't know. Take that if it resonates. Involved. It's just bizarre, so I had to say it. So yeah, they're definitely highlighting relationships. So what is the encouragement then for Aries? What is the guidance? It says, my manifestations are the indicators of my belief. It's true that whatever you're living always matches your chronic vibration or beliefs. And it doesn't matter if you have an excellent excuse for your negative thoughts or negative emotions, it will still equal your point of attraction, and you will still attract more negative thoughts and negative emotions. What is manifesting on every subject of your life is an indicator of your beliefs and your chronic patterns of thought. So that's really interesting and sometimes hard to wrap our mind around. Like, how can my thoughts attract something I don't want? And it's usually because you're specifically focused on an area or a part of a relationship or a person that you don't like, and you're more heavily leaning towards that than you are towards the positives, and therefore you attract more of that negative energy. So be careful of that, be aware of that. And if you're exchanging energy with another person, you know, do your best to not let them persuade your energy to bring you into their negative space. So again, could be dealing with Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, but I have air here as well, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and it's a general read, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Okay. Is that a serious... Are you being serious right now? That's so insulting. Sorry. I'm not even gonna read it out loud, but somebody just left me, oh, you don't have to hide the comment. It's fine. Somebody just left me, like, the most cruel comment. They basically said, can I send you suntan lotion because you're aging? Well, I hate to break this to you, but we're all aging. Yeah, it's called natural process of life. And I'm also in my 40s. I think I look great for my 40s, but thank you. I'd like to see what you look like, King P. Since your name is King P, why don't you send me your profile picture and I'll let you know what I think about your aging process. Oh my God. Thank you. Anyways. And I saw they didn't have a profile picture, so. Wow. I actually feel really good. Just like in general. I wasn't very happy about going into my 40s, but I'm actually kind of enjoying it. And I like the way I look. I'm 40. I just said that. Thank you. You thought I was in my 30s? Thank you. Anyways, I don't know why I read that like, why did that comment stick out to me? I guess it was like the first thing I read when I looked up. But anyways, whatever. Moving on. Taurus. Taurus. What do we got coming in for my Taurus? Taurus. Taurus, you have the card of opposition and balance, 2 cards of Libra. You may be connecting with Libra or have Libra in your chart. This is about relationships. Okay, I have a feeling all of these readings are going to be somewhat based on relationships. I don't know why, I just feel that, but anyways, it's also about like how you relate to others, how mirroring happens in relationships, projection. It can be a bit of a confrontational or a conflicting vibe, but it's all about like evening things out, being fair, being balanced, finding balance within relationships or a specific relationship. So let's go a bit further and see. See what else for my Taurus. You have the card of exhaustion and sorrow. This one flipped, but I'm going to put that one back. Oh my goodness. And a breakthrough. So for my Tauruses who have felt a little bit out of balance, maybe feeling exhausted or not like yourself, I feel like you're going to have a breakthrough during this time frame where you might be able to break through that energy. And I also got the term break the habit. So if there's been like habitual behaviors going on or habitual patterning going on, this might be your opportunity to sort of break that cycle in your life. Because I'm also getting messages about like patterns, okay? And I'm getting this about like daily patterns, things that you do on a daily basis, what you're eating, what you're drinking, what you're thinking about, what you're consuming with your mind, things of that nature. Because if you really truly want to make a change, whether it be a small or a big change in your life, you have to look at your daily habitual patterns, because that's where the secret is, right? And it could be as small as like adding something small to your daily routine or taking away something small from your daily routine. So they're asking you to look at daily routines as well during this time frame. So let's see what else. The Tower, the Nine of Pentacles. And the Two of Wands. So Taurus, wow, you might be on the cusp of Aries or dealing with an Aries, because they had kind of similar energy. But I also have Scorpio here as well as Libra, so take what's resonating. The Tower to me is like a very unexpected change or movement or transformation, okay? It's falling next to the Nine of Pentacles, which is all about like this independent, self-reliant energy, okay? And then this Two of Wands, which is kind of looking towards your future and needing to make a decision. So some of you may have quite literally had a shakeup in your life or in a relationship that maybe shook you up and took you away from, you know, that self-reliant, independent part of yourself. But as also as a byproduct of this, it is now pushing you to be more self-reliant and independent and to care about your future, okay? And not rely on other people or another person to create that for you or to bring that balance that only you can bring to the table. Some of you, this is like shattering old concepts of yourself or daily habits that you've needed to change. Sometimes when our body is feeling exhausted, right, or we're just not having the energy that we used to, it is a lot of times about our mind more so than our body. Our body is a reflection of what we have going on predominantly up here. So I was listening to an Abraham Hicks podcast the other day, and somebody was asking about aging and health and vitality. And she was saying, you know, the cells in your body are constantly in a state of recreation, of creating new cells. It is not the cells in your body that are aging. It is your idea of your body that is aging. It is how you think about your body that is aging. And that's what's causing the dissonance. That's what's causing the slowdown in your energy. It is not your body. It's your thoughts about your body. And I just thought that was so powerful, because I think it's normal and natural for us to think about our body, which is so funny because I just had a comment about somebody saying something about my body. You know, I think it's common for us as a collective to just expect deterioration, and therefore we look for it. And it's in the looking for it that it becomes a reality. Isn't that crazy? So let's see what a guidance card is for my Taurus, and then we'll go to Gemini. Too many. Okay, card number 2 and card number 55. Card number 2, that of which is likened to itself shall be drawn. Everything that you perceive is vibration, and the life you're living is vibrational interpretation. The powerful law of attraction is at the root of everything you experience, and the never-changing, always accurate premise of the law is that of which is likened to itself is drawn. When you give thought to something, you begin the attraction process of the essence of that subject into your life. Once you've activated a thought vibration within yourself by giving attention to the subject, the progression will occur. That's one of my favorite cards. I'm not going to read this full one, but just so you know, it's card number 55. And it says, a reminder, everything is always working out for me. I love that affirmation as well. So, again, I have Libra, Scorpio. I don't have Aries energy, but I felt Aries. but it's a general reading, so take what resonates. Let's go to Gemini. Thank you, CL. Appreciate that. All right. I feel like I need to clear my energy again. So I'm just bear with me for a second. I got all caught up on that negative comment, and now I'm like it's stuck in my energy. So hold on a second. I feel so much better. Where's my crystal ball? Right here. Always at the forefront of the table. Gemini. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. And kiss your name, Cena. Gemini. Let's see what we have coming in for Gemini. You have the 7th house and Aries energy. Wow, is Libra going to come out for every reading? You could be dealing with Libra or Aries. Okay. Also, highlighting relationships, called that. Happy birthday, Blake. And yeah, so this is all about how you relate to others, partners, companionships, your friendship circle. It's about communion and union. And what's interesting is it's paired with the Aries energy, which is the influencing vibes, right? Which is a very assertive and independent, kind of like a daring, fierce energy, and it can be quite impulsive. Sometimes this could be moody and argumentative energy, so be careful with that, and or you could be dealing with somebody like that. But let's get into it and see for Gemini. Gemini, you had the most interesting reading I've done in a long time. I just posted it on Friday. Wow, some of you are dealing with an Aries, point blank period, right? Or Taurus or Libra or Scorpio. Why do I keep getting the same zodiac signs? Okay, but take it as it's resonating. And I say that because there's the miser again. Now, you also have the card of politics. This is the 7 of Swords in this deck. Not my favorite. Not my favorite, but almost the exact same energy that I felt in the Aries reading. So if you have Aries placements, Gemini, definitely rewind and watch their reading. This card to me is about false facades, wearing a mask, being somebody you're not, or dealing with somebody who, you know, may have narcissistic tendencies, who pretends to be something that they're not. The miser here is a very closed off, closed-minded, but not a very giving energy. It is somebody who keeps things to themselves. I always get hoarding energy with this card. Can be very petty. And then you have the card of silence, quite literally, talking about either keeping your silence or this person may give the silent treatment. I don't know. I get a very petty personality here. Well, I don't want to say personality. And I want to say energy. Because people can be petty, but that doesn't mean they are always petty. You know what I mean? Like, I can be petty. I try not to be. But, I mean, definitely, if you piss me off, like, I might be a little petty. You know what I mean? But I'm not a petty person in general. So I say all that to say this could be you, Gemini. This could be you as well. You know, not saying you are like that all the time, but maybe given the right circumstances or the right person, you certainly could be, you know. So take it as it's resonating. This could be you. This could be somebody you are connecting with. Ooh, Ooh, and it could be that they have Aries in their chart. Wow, and this is just like, these are almost the exact same cards that I got in your reading I published on Friday. So King of Swords, this is how you showed up in your reading too, that I did on Friday. This is somebody who's not messing around, you know. This is brutal, blunt, honest energy. And this is exactly the vibe I picked up in that reading. It is a sense of feeling like you need to defend or protect yourself, okay? And there is also the Hermit. You could be dealing with Virgo. And or it could be that you are just like kind of going within or keeping your silence. You might be very closed off. Some of you are pretending. Well, I don't want to say pretending, but like you may be not sharing something that you're going through with the social media or your friends or your family. Like you may be keeping things to yourself, keeping quiet about some things. It's in regards to a relationship, something behind the scenes going on there. And or you could be connecting with somebody who is doing this, all right? But it's the same energy I picked up in the Gemini reading, and I titled that reading, No Response is a Response. Remember that. So don't let other people get your goat. You know, most of the time, people just want a reaction out of you. They want to comment out of you. They may want to pull, you know, information or argumentative energy out of you. And as an air sign, we do this better than any of the zodiac signs. We can detach. Yes, we are communicative by nature, but we also have the ability to cut the communication off, know when to choose silence, know when to put somebody on block or set some boundaries or walk away, you know, so that they don't have the ability to trigger something inside of you that you don't really like and you don't really want to share, you know. So I feel like some of you, this closed off energy is protective in nature. And I feel this is actually coming from you. But again, you could be dealing with somebody who is not who they say they are. Not who they say they are. And you may need to do some internal searching, spiritual work, kind of go within. I always say spirituality is not about changing anything outside of you. It's not about becoming good at conscious manifestation so that you can change the exterior world or change other people's behaviors or attitudes. It's about changing your inner world and therefore the outer world changing as a reflection of the inner changes you're making. It's about consciously choosing your path of least resistance and staying in your power, which you're never more in power than when you are feeling good, clear, love, joy. Hard to rattle a happy person, but it's easy to rattle a miserable person. You know, so let's see what the guidance is here. Card number 7, my thoughts join a powerful swirling vortex of attraction. In the same way that the law of attraction is responding to the thoughts, words, and actions that you're offering here in your physical reality, the law of attraction is also always responding powerfully to your vibrational reality. When the law of attraction, which is the universal manager of all vibrations, responds to the clarity of the vibration offered by your expanded inner being, the result will be a powerful, swirling vortex of positive attraction. Wow. Could be dealing with another air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, or Virgo, Aries, or Libra, or Scorpio. Now we'll go to Cancer. Cancer. to sweat. I wonder if I should put this fan on. Okay, Cancer. What does Cancer need to know? You have the card of Leo. Some of you could be on the cusp of Leo and or connecting with Leo energy, and or it's just the influencing vibes. This is all about love, warmance. I started to say the word warmth, and then I somehow mixed it with romance. Warmance. Okay. You get my point. It's a very loving, playful, warm energy. This is also about expressing your creative self. Sometimes this could be a little bit too trusting, though, and a little bit excessive. So you want to be careful with that, Cancer. But let's see what else for my Cancers. What else? Oh my gosh, is everybody going to get the same card, the Miser? What the heck? I'm going to shuffle these again. And this is also came out in the Aries reading, as well as the Outsider. So Cancer, sorry, I didn't mean to pause, but I feel like I'm getting like a similar energy to what I just read. Again, the Miser can be very closed off energy, but it's paired with the Innocence and the Outsider. So I don't know if Cancer, you're feeling like a little bit of the Outsider. But they're also highlighting innocence or youth or children, FYI. So I don't know if there's children involved or if this is your own inner child showing up. And then the card of intensity. Some of you have an intense fear of like being an outsider and or an intense inner child wounding or emotions going on when it comes to like children. I'm also picking up like a nostalgia energy. This could be related to the past. And yet you have this very warm, caring energy that is kind of crowning the reading. So let's see what else for Cancer. What else for my Cancers? The Moon, the Emperor, the Four of Wands, and the World card. So, the Moon to me is very emotional, intuitive energy, but it could also represent secrets and what's hidden. You also have the card of Aries, which is all about taking control of your life and staying in your power, right? So some of you just have a swirling, powerful emotions going on right now that you may be keeping hidden. I don't know if this is like the theme for all the zodiac signs right now, but I've felt it in several of the prior readings. It could be that you're also trying to stay in control of your emotions. The Four of Wands here is all about unions and relationships. And to me, the World card is a card of success. It's about completion and endings, but sometimes it could also be about patterns. So I don't know if you've had a pattern in the relationship sector of your life that has been going on, and it could stem all the way back to childhood or through your inner child, especially if in your youth or in your innocence you always felt like this guy who's kind of like looking from the outside in, not really feeling that sense of belonging, not really feeling that sense of fitting in. You know, um, socially awkward energy as well. Also, you could be connecting with a child or a childlike person that has those characteristics, so take it as it's resonating. But this is all about like staying in control of how you feel. There is stability coming to your either relationship or home. The Four of Wands talks about both of those things. And maybe even ending some sort of pattern here, but you have to do the inner work first, Cancer. I actually want to see what this repetitious cycle is about. The Strength card. So some of you, what it's about is control. Feeling like you have a sense of control or needing that, or attracting partners that are possibly like that, or friends or whatever. And this is something stemming from childhood. So I don't usually like go into in depth about the past in my readings, because I feel like the past is in the past and that's where it should stay. But sometimes it lingers, you know, it sticks with us. And it comes along the ride with us for our adult life. You know what I mean? So I get a sense of like needing to break some sort of generational cycle here, or some sort of cycle that's been in your present in your life since youth, and it's revolving around relationships and control. And it's not about being more in control of your outside circumstance, as it's so much about being able to control your own mood elevations, right? And your own, I heard mood swings, I'm just going to say it, your own thought patterns, right? That's kind of where it begins. Now, some of you are quite a far way along that journey, and some of you are just embarking on that journey, but it's also about bringing out this more warm and playful and caring part of yourself, Cancer, which I find Cancers to be some of the most caring people on the planet, you know. But you're also, in my opinion, like the toughest of the water signs. And I know Scorpio is sitting there like, no, they're not. We are. And I'm like, no, you're not. Cancer, because Cancer is emotional and blunt. Scorpios are blunt too, but they, to me, I feel like, you know, you take the cake though. Like, you feel deeply, but you also speak on what you feel immediately, you know. So anyways, oop, these are the wrong cards. I don't want guidance from those. What's guidance? Guidance for Cancer. Why do I keep looking at the chat every time there's something ridiculous in here? I have so many, because I don't go live very often. I have so many trolls in here. It is ridiculous. Some of them are bots. Some of them aren't even people, which I don't understand that. I don't get what you get out of it. Other than like, hee hee hee, look at me. It's giving look at me energy. I'm just saying to my trolls. Did you not get enough attention as a child? Or maybe you are a child. I don't know. But every time I look up, I just see the craziest comments. I'm not going to tell you what that last one said because it was kind of gross, but it actually made me laugh. My moderator, my poor moderator. You don't have to block them all. It's fine. It's fine. Nobody cares. They can say all the grossest things they want. They're just words, you know. Anyways. Okay, card number 34. I have to stop looking. Inspired action is always pleasurable action. Great. The dominance of your thoughts is what brings everything to you and is what is behind the action that you offer. By seeking good feeling thoughts that align you with your source, your action will then always feel good. You cannot muster enough action to compensate for misaligned thought, though. but action that is inspired from aligned thought will always be pleasurable. So could be dealing with Leo, Aries, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus. Those are the primary signs I'm seeing, but keep in mind it is a general. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Leo. Leo. Will I please give Carol Leanna a wrench? Yes. Yes, I will. Let me try and find her real quick. Carol Leanna, you are now a moderator. Thank you so much. Aw, I love you too, Winnie. Thank you. Okay, we got 200 in here. Yay. 198 might be trolls, though. I'm just kidding. Okay, you're welcome, Carol. Let's go to Leo. Let's go to Leo. Leo. Leo, you have the card of Pisces. Could be connecting with Pisces or have that in your chart. And or it's just the influencing vibes. This is all about imagination, compassion, healing, spiritual energy. It is also talking, though, about being illogical or trying to escape one's emotions. So what's up with that, Leo? Let's see. Let's go into it and see what the Osho Zen has to say. Beyond the illusion, change, isolation, and healing. So you have two cards here that talk about like this elusive illusion type of energy, right? And then you have the card of change next to it. So I feel like you may be seeing beyond the illusion during this time frame, but some of you are like trying to avoid something or trying to avoid seeing something that you don't like, that you don't want. The very act of avoidance actually calls forth more of what you're trying to avoid. And see, this is where law of attraction gets tricky, and a lot of people misunderstand that. Like, the more you try to say, I'm not going to think about that thing I'm not going to think about, the more you actually think about the thing you're not going to think about. Have you ever done that? Like, I'm not going to think about that. I'm not going to think about that. But then you keep thinking about it. You know what I mean? This happens when we try to break bad habits as well. Like, say, if you're quitting smoking, and the more you think about not smoking, the more you want to smoke. You know? So it's that funny law of attraction energy, because you get what you focus on. Even if you're saying no to it, you're still focusing on it. So how do you get around that? You got to find a way to replace whatever it is that you've been thinking about that you don't want to think about with something else that you do like, that you do want to think about instead. You have to replace. You can't remove thoughts. You can only replace them. So there's something about that coming through, Leo, about kind of changing your thought vibrations, not by avoiding topics, but by switching the topic. You also have the card of isolation and hearing. So this is all about that space of, I mean, quite literally, look at this person. They feel quite isolated, sad. It's not like a happy type of aloneness. It's like a lonely type of energy, but there's healing here. So you may be healing that aspect of yourself. If you've been going through something, there might be healing energy coming through as well. So let's see what else we have for Leo, and I'm going to give these a quick shuffle. For my Leos. You have the card of the Hermit, Virgo energy, Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and the Emperor. So the Hermit is all about like going within, enlightenment, seeing things from a different perspective, but it's also about being alone, quite literally. Like the Hermit is the hermit, right? The Hermit, it lives by himself. So there's that aloneness type of vibe that I was picking up. And you have the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. So this is like vacillating between two different, you know, ways of thinking, ways of being, two choices, right? And the Two of Swords is like the card of uncertainty, insecurity. Sometimes it could be fearful energy, like this person doesn't know what's coming for them, right? Or doesn't know what's coming around the corner. And then the Emperor, which is very strong, dominating, I'm in control type of energy. I feel like the persona that you're giving off is the Emperor, is like, I'm in control, I've got this. Very Leo-like vibes, right? As a fixed sign. But internally, there might be quite a bit of back and forth going on, you know, kind of like this what's coming next energy, you know, and it could be fear-inducing or anxiety-inducing. But, you know, Spirit wants to remind you that you're the one narrating your story. It feels like sometimes somebody else is, but that's only because a lot of people are sloppy with their thinking, that they never make the correlation that their thinking and what they're manifesting is lining up, you know. But as a conscious manifester, which I believe you are, Leo, you have the ability to tell the story any way that you want it. So what is coming next? Whatever you're giving focus to right now, that's what's coming next. Point blank period. Whatever you're giving focus to on a day-to-day basis, second by second, minute by minute, whether it be good or bad, if you continue to give focus to it, whether it be good or bad, you will continue to write that story, right? So the positive side of understanding that is that you have the power to tell a different story. You can focus in any way that you want. You can tell the story in any way that you want. You can literally rewrite the story. And Spirit really wanting you to feel empowered when you hear those words. So what is the guidance then? Card number 6. My most important relationship is with my source. There's no relationship of greater importance to achieve than the relationship between you and your physical body right here and now and the soul source God from which you've come. If you tend to that relationship first and foremost, you will then and only then have the stable footing to proceed into other relationships. Your relationship with your body, with money, with your parents, children, grandchildren, and your world will all fall easily into alignment once you tend to this fundamental relationship first. I've never gotten that card before. I love that card. Card number 6. So it could be dealing with, again, I've got Aries, Virgo, Pisces energy predominantly, and Gemini. But it's a general. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Okay, Virgo. Virgo. You're welcome. I haven't done Capricorn and Sagittarius yet, but they are coming soon. Virgo, what does Virgo need to know? Virgo, it could be connecting with Scorpio energy or have that in your chart. You have the 8th house here. This is all about, either way, intimacy. It's Kundalini energy, your sexual energy. It's about also, interestingly enough, like inheritance, secrets, mysteries, obsessions. Like, to me, this is the card of secretive drama almost, right? So something to be aware of as we go into the week. Let's see what else we have. You have the card of flowering, receptivity, and consciousness. So this is good. Now, sometimes the 8th house can be psychic energy, your own intuition being heightened. It could also heighten your dream state. You have the card of flowering, which is the Empress in traditional tarot, and then the card of receptivity, and then the card of consciousness. So quite literally, this is a very like third eye awakening energy, but also they wanted to highlight Kundalini energy, which, you know, for those of you who don't know, you have many different chakras in your body. And the Kundalini is like your sacral chakra energy. So, yeah. I'm not going to go into how to tell you how to unblock that energy, but I think you could figure it out, you know. Okay. All right. So, you have the card of flowering, which interestingly enough is fertile energy. So, just keep that in mind as well, Virgo. It is the card of fertility. But it is also talking about patience. It is also talking about getting into receptive mode, quite literally. Like, some of you are receiving downloads through your third eye, through the dream state. It's just a very heightened spiritual energy, right? And it's also talking about the state of allowing, not trying to push anything to happen, but allowing it to happen. Can you feel the difference between those two vibrations? You know, when you're trying to push to get something done versus allowing yourself the time to get it done. One energy is in alignment and the other one is not. And can you guess which one is? The state of allowing. Every time, every single time, the state of allowing will always be more fruitful and productive for you than trying to push something through, right? Whether that's pushing yourself beyond your limits or pushing something to the deadline, or, you know, just making yourself do things that you're not in alignment with, you don't have the energy for, and you need to pay attention to that, because it seems like that's the right thing to do, or maybe that's the productive thing to do, but it actually does not produce the results that would be produced if you honored your body, got into alignment, and then did that same activity. So it's about energy work as well. And let's see what else for Virgo. Thank you, my moderators. No, I will never contact you for a private reading. I only take them via my website or my email waiting list. Now, if you did email me and you're on a waiting list, yes, I probably will reach back out to you, but otherwise, no. Okay, so what does Virgo need to know? 5 of Wands. 4 of Cups. Knight of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. So the 5 of Wands talks about tension, conflict, this back and forth type of vibe, right? The 4 of Cups, though, talks about not caring, not fighting, detaching. So I feel like quite literally, Virgo, there may be like tension or something tense or a tense conflict here that you might be better off just detaching from. Okay, it doesn't seem like this energy is better than this one, but consider the outcome, right? It could also be that I don't want to say the 4 of Cups is like the card of giving up, but it is giving up the need to make something happen or to fight for something. in a way, it is a more receptive energy to just be like, okay, Sarah, Sarah, like, whatever is for me will be for me. But I think that might be hard to do because the Knight of Wands is all about taking action, doing the physical action of something, and it can be very impulsive and argumentative. And then you have the Nine of Pentacles, which is like this self-sufficient, stable energy. So what the heck? The key to your stability, Virgo, is to detach from the need to impulsively push or argue or fight or push yourself beyond what you're capable or ready for right now, is to detach. As opposed to forcing yourself to do something, if you go into the state of allowance or receptivity, you actually get a better outcome. This is making sense to you? Oh, there's something in my eye. It could also be that you're connecting with somebody who is in opposition to you, or maybe you're in opposition to them, and it could be that their response is just to emotionally detach, which could actually make it worse on your end, or vice versa. Like, you could be the one detaching and somebody's like trying to, you know, provoke you almost. And it's like similar to what I was saying in the Gemini reading. The way to keep your power is to maintain power and control over your emotional responses. This has become like a challenge for me personally, and something that I try to practice on a daily basis. And sometimes I ace it and sometimes I totally blow it. It just depends on how strong I feel that day. But like, and when I worked in like a high pressure environment, for instance, like when I worked in the hospital, where you literally cannot control the behavior of the public. You can't. Like, you just have to deal with it. I practiced it the most then. But what I practiced was, how can I stay in my clear, stable, happy self when I am surrounded by sickness or misery or argumentative people or conflict? And when you work in high stress environments, you quite literally have to do that. Like, you cannot lose your cool while you're working in the ER or the OR, or, you know. So actually it's something that just simply by the job that I chose helped me practice how to stay in that space. And I feel like that's what this is about for you, Virgo. It's really not about who's provoking you or another person or anything outside of you. It's about you. You dealing with you. You controlling you. You doing that deep dive into yourself and getting into receptive mode. So let's see what the guidance is. Card number 54. I must focus on wanted to manifest wanted. We would never go so far as to say that the behavior of others is responsible for the way you feel, because you have the power to focus and therefore attract despite the behavior of others in your environment. If every time you see something unwanted, you realize in that same moment your awareness of what you do want is keener, and then you turn your attention in the direction of the newly emphasized wanted, everything in your experience will improve. Oh, wow. Interesting reading for you, Virgo. And I have Gemini, Scorpio here. Could be doing with fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Those are the prominent signs I'm seeing, but it's a general. Take what resonates. Ah, yes. Oh, and before I forget, before I went live, I don't know if you're watching. Before I went live, my fiance told me to bring him up in my live. So, because I'm on the side of Virgo and he's a Virgo, let me say, I love you. I'm bringing you up. You're so special and awesome and great. I hope that made you happy. Anyways. He did. He said, hey, are you going to talk about me? Yes, but only the good. Anyways. Also, I'm surrounded by Virgos. I think I've talked about this a million times. My oldest son is a Virgo. My youngest son is a Virgo. My dad is a Virgo. And my fiance is a Virgo. Oh, wow. And so I can't say hi to him without saying hi to hi, Devin, I love you. Hi, Ashton, if you watch this, mommy loves you. Hi, Dad, I love you. There, I've said hi to all the Virgos in my life. Because, you know, Virgo, if I got Virgos watching right now, y'all know you don't like to be left out. Ow. You need that love. You need that affection. Oh, yeah. So let's go to Libra now. Yeah, I am surrounded by Virgos. Tell me what that means. I mean, I've done my own deep dive spiritually as to figure out what that means, but yeah. Do they actually watch? Sometimes. Sometimes. Probably not my youngest son, because he's only 12. But he knows what I do, and he tells his friends about my YouTube. Oops. But he probably doesn't actually watch it. Anyway, sorry. Enough about me. Libra. Clear my energy again. Libra. Libra, you have the 11th house of the edge, which is Aquarian energy. Could be connecting with Aquarius energy. I also have Scorpio out. Scorpio, are you going to show up for everybody's reading? What the heck? And or it's just the influencing vibes. So it's about friendships, group creativity, your social network, humanity, hope. It's also about your goals and experimenting with new ways to make money, new ways to become more creative, new ways to live, etc., etc. So let's see what else we have coming through for Libra. You have the card of, wow, what in the world? Are we in a retrograde right now? I should know this. Are we? Are we getting ready to go in one? Somebody answer that real quick. I just bring that up because there seems to be a lot of tense and conflicting energy in every single one of these zodiac signs, and it's giving me retrograde vibes. Oh my gosh, we are in Mercury retrograde. Oh my gosh. That makes total sense to me. Yes, as of August 4th. Oh, goodness. Well, that makes sense. Okay. So you have the card of fighting, and then you have the card of silence, and then you have the card of isolation. I just want to say a quick prayer for the collective. Bless all of us, because I feel a lot of tension in the energy for the collective. And may we get through the retrograde unscathed. Amen. Okay. You could quite literally be fighting silence with silence. You know, or fighting the urge to stay silent. Because I feel like with the card of isolation, there's something that you've got going on here, Libra, that you may be quiet about. But it could be difficult for you, you know, if you've gotten in a fight with somebody, there may be silence there. Okay. But I get this more, this energy of, as opposed to letting yourself get sucked into something, that you're in the space of maybe trying to maintain your composure, your peace, and maybe that requires silence. So take it as it's resonating with you. What else for Libra? Knight of Wands. King of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. I'm getting a song. I can't fight this feeling anymore. I forgot what I started fighting for. And I was getting ready to say, Libra, it's not easy for us air signs to, especially Libra, and I'm a Libra moon and rising, for us to not speak on what we're feeling. It actually feels sometimes worse than just saying whatever is on our mind. So I don't feel like this is an easy energy to take on. I feel this is got an element of a struggle around it. You have the card of the Knight of Wands, which is all about taking action, movement, but it's also inconsistent energy and impulsive. Then the King of Cups, which is the king of emotions, could be dealing with the water sign. But it's just like this in and out emotional feeling, right, that I feel like is going on in the background. Some of you staying silent about this. Maybe it's because you're trying to uphold, you know, an image of yourself. This could be actually at work, but it could also be in the home, with a relationship, in the family, whatever. The Ten of Pentacles is about establishments. Then could also be Virgo energy involved. Then the Hermit, which is like the sense of isolation, going within, you know, not trying to problem solve with other people, but problem solving with yourself. Some of you may, you know, just be fighting the urge, quite literally, to express how you're feeling or to say your emotions, or maybe you keep impulsively kind of doing that and you're not trying to be like that, but it's just like you can't help yourself, you know. I get a sense of that as well. Like, and as a Libra moon, Libra rising, like I know what this energy feels like. Like I know I should keep my mouth shut, but it's just so hard. Like sometimes I'm like, don't say anything, don't say anything. Ooh, but I got a good comeback for that, you know? And then I just say it. I say it. And I'm like, ah, damn it. Because I know that it felt better in the instant that I said it, but I know like long term is probably perpetuating the problem, you know, but it's like that instant satisfaction. I'm kind of getting like that type of feeling where it could just be downright difficult for you to not say the thing, even though it might cause controversy, a fight. It might mess with your stability. But at the same time, like keeping it in or holding it in seems to be hurting you, actually, or it feels like it anyways. And the 11th house is all about the edge, which is kind of like a rebellious, edgy, experimental energy. So don't be afraid to cause a little chaos, right, in your life. And I say that with love. I'm not saying like go out there and do like crazy, you know, things that are going to hurt you or other people, but it's all right to mix it up a little bit. You don't have to agree with everybody. You don't have to always go with, you know, what other people want you to do and say. It's all right to invite a little of that mix or a little bit of that chaos into your life, as long as you can handle it and control yourself. Now, if you can't handle it, you got no business mixing it up. So, can you stay balanced in this? That's the question. If you can keep your balance, great. If you lose your balance in the chaos, don't go in that direction. So, let's see what the guidance has to say. Don't you say it. Ooh, there's another song. Don't you say. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. I love that song. That's what song's coming through. Okay, card number 40. I intend to co-create from my place of positive attraction. The individual creators who are coming together must be in a place of positive attraction before they come together, or nothing positive can come out of the co-creation. If you are negatively focused and not feeling good, you can only attract other people who are also negatively focused and not feeling good. That is why looking for a mate or a business partner from a place of insecurity or lack of anything can never bring you the partner you really want. But instead, it will bring somebody to you who will amplify your current lack. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I've never gotten that card before. Card number 40. Very interesting. All right, could be dealing with Virgo, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Well, I've got fire here too. Aries, Leo, Sag. Take what resonates. And let's go to Scorpio. Scorpio. Just checking the chat. 228 in here. Yay. Give me a like-sees. Follow me on Facebook for more fun stuff. Let's see what Scorpio's got going on. Scorpio. Scorpio, you have the card of Taurus. You may be connecting with Taurus energy or have Taurus in your chart. So this is all about being earthy, practical, stable, steadfast, a very productive and fertile energy. Some of you also may be connecting with Virgo. It could also be kind of possessive or, you know, a little bit over the top energy. So be careful with that. But it's also a very loyal energy. So I'm loving that for you. I also feel like Scorpio and Taurus just vibe really good together. I want to say, is that your opposite sign? I think that's like, they say you vibe best with your opposite sign. I'm pretty sure it's Taurus, isn't it? Oh. Do you guys think that's true? Do you have any Tauruses in your life, Scorpio? Because I feel like, I think that's true. Let's see. You have the card of sharing. Ooh, this card is always so bizarre to me. It's the card of schizophrenia or mental illness. And then the card of the Tower. What the heck? Can I get one more? Hold on. Don't you say, don't you say it. There's that song again. Some of you connecting with Libra. So what I was going to say is that I love that the card of sharing is here because this is Taurus energy amplified. This is Empress energy. This is about being patient, fertile, things coming to fruition for you. A very productive energy, right? But then you have this. This, to me, can talk about depression, mental illness. Sometimes it could talk about just being unbalanced, right? When it comes to your mental well-being or connecting with somebody who's like that. So take it as it's resonating. The Tower is next to it. So, I mean, just look at this. Like, this is very unstable. So I don't know, Scorpio, if you are mentally unstable or you battle with that. I mean, a lot of people, like, can we please take the judgment away from people battling with their mental stability? Like, a lot of people do. It's pretty common. This is a tough Earth planet to live on, okay? Especially with the law of attraction magnifying everything. So I'm also getting uncomfortable though. Like, this could be very uncomfortable for you or uncomfortable for you to talk about, or it could be a sense of discomfort if you're connecting with another person who is suffering from this, if it's not you. You have the card of courage here though, which I do love. So this is about being patient with yourself, having the courage to, you know, work through some of these things here, okay? So let's see. What else for my Scorpios? Four of Cups. And, you know, I don't know. I used to think this was a myth, you know, or maybe I just didn't want to believe it because I have, you know, Scorpio in my chart pretty heavily. But I feel like an observation of all of like my Scorpio friends in my life, you guys have one of the hardest life paths out there. Like everything big, like the death and rebirth thing for Scorpio energy is legit. And like I used to wonder like why of all the zodiac signs Scorpios are always the first to get a tattoo of their sign. Because you guys have a lot of pride in being a Scorpio because you've been through it. You know what I mean? It takes strength to be a Scorpio, quite literally, like literally. The sign of transformation is the real deal. And I've seen it play out in like all of my Scorpio friends' lives. And the fact that you guys still get up the next day and still try and find even happiness or pleasure and love and like still persevere, I think is such a testament to how strong Scorpion energy is. So I just want to say that, right? Because I want to remind you, Scorpio, that you're adaptable and changeable, and you're a survivor. You're somebody who perseveres, and that's the gift that you give to the other zodiac signs. Not because you're sent here for that, but because an observation of a Scorpio, you will learn that just simply by the life you live. So, Four of Cups and the Empress here. Now, the Four of Cups to me is like emotional exhaustion, but it's also talking about detaching from your emotions. And the Empress is about like taking better care of yourself, taking good care of yourself, prioritizing yourself. And it's Taurus energy. Again, Taurus. Holy shit, sorry. Some of you are definitely connecting with a Taurus, or your soulmate is a Taurus, or you've got Taurus in your chart, or it's just the influencing vibes, but it's out 3 times. The Hierophant is all about commitments, what you've committed yourself to, your belief structures. It's a very traditional type of energy. But then you see what's next to it, the Ten of Swords. You're exhausted by that. Some of you are exhausted by doing the right thing. You're exhausted. You may want to change in your life. It may take courage to make that change, but it's worth taking, especially if it means prioritizing yourself, how you feel, how you take care of yourself, your own mental well-being. Yeah. Because that's what it's really all about here, Scorpio, is taking good care of yourself. And some of you have kind of exhausted yourself by not prioritizing self, right? By maybe overgiving to an unstable situation or person or whatever. And now it's time to detach almost. Also, stop ignoring your feelings. I don't know. You can't ignore your feelings. Not as a Scorpio. Or maybe somebody else is ignoring your feelings. Not cool. So yeah, quite literally, this is about taking better care of yourself. And yes, I am talking about the physical body, but what I'm mostly talking about is your mental well-being, your mental state. How you think about yourself first and foremost. Do you see yourself as blessed, well, loved, worthy, successful, joyful, happy? Or do you describe yourself with words that have a lower vibration? Unstable, depressed, sad, not worthy? Because how you define yourself matters a lot. It matters a lot because how you define yourself is what represents the vibration you give off and therefore what you attract into your life. If you feel a sense of unworthiness, you will attract more evidence of that unworth. Not because you are unworthy, but because that's what you believe about yourself. If you believe that you deserve the best and only the best, guess what? The universe will deliver you more of that. So, how do you feel about yourself? It's so funny to me. It's not funny, but it is. Like how fast we're taught to dislike ourselves as children. Quite literally, like right off of the bat. The first thing we're told is that, at least if you're in the area I'm in, is that you're a sinner and you're unworthy and you need to prove yourself. Like, what the? Wait, I just was born here, right? You know what I mean? Like, we're almost immediately taught to humble ourselves. And you know what? I believe there was people in power that intentionally did that because nothing is scarier than a population of people who love themselves, who know their power and know their worth. So how do you keep people meager and meek? You teach them to hate themselves. Because people who hate themselves don't make anything of themselves. You see? Ugh, don't even get me started on that. I don't even know why I'm going into that. All right, advice for Scorpio. I could do a whole podcast, a whole freaking podcast on just that subject right there. Maybe someday I will. Okay, card number 52. Feeling negative emotion means I'm launching request. As more people observe hardship and strike a tense, resistant pose, and therefore disallow their own well-being, others use them as their reason to do the same. And in a very short time, a very negative pattern of resistance can sweep through the population. The good news in this scenario is that in every moment that every person is feeling negative emotion, vibrational requests for more abundance and positive emotion are launched. And those requests are heard clearly and responded to immediately by Source. Wow. Interesting. Could be dealing with Taurus, 1, 2, 3. Scorpio, another Scorpio. Leo. Those are the only signs I have out, but it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. You're welcome, Amber. I'm going to take a breather for a second. Whew. Like I've been talking for a long time. Okay, Sagittarius, here we go. Oh, no, I'm putting that back in. Taurus, although some of you could be relating with Taurus or Scorpio. I just didn't feel ready for that one, sorry. Sagittarius, what else for Sagittarius? Is this the card of Taurus again? Okay, it's not. Okay, you have the card of the 12th house. Of perception. This is also Piscean energy. Could be connecting with that or have that in your chart. It's all about your subconscious mind, compassion, dreams, karma, forgiveness. It's a very spiritual and healing energy, and it's quite literally about letting go and going into a state of surrender. So let's see what else we have coming through. Oh, shows in. For my Sagittarius, the card of flowering. Who had that? Virgo had that energy. And Scorpio. Could be connecting with those signs. What else? Oh, whoa. Too many. Keep these. The dream and tuning in. So I actually really love this energy and the card of the inner voice. So this is all about being in receptive mode. you know, being in that very productive, fertile energy again showing up. I don't know if this is a time of fertility for people, but just FYI, if you're in that age range. And then the card of the dream, and then the card of tuning in. So it could quite literally be that by tuning in and getting into receptive mode, you are manifesting some sort of dream for yourself, right? Um, or like dream relationship, dream job, dream house, whatever it is for you. This is beautiful, beautiful energy. I love it. So let's go a little bit deeper and see. So Sagittarius. Six of Cups. Ooh, the Magician. What else for Sagittarius? The Two of Swords. Oh, goodness gracious, Sag. One more. One more. Oh, I'm gonna let my dog in. Oh, crap. Okay, don't self-sabotage yourself, Sagittarius. Do not sabotage this energy. Some of you are not intentionally doing this. Like you're thinking like, okay, I'm manifesting something new. But because you're still focused on or talking about or relating to your past, you may actually manifest a repetition of something from the past that you did not like. And or you may fear that. You may fear that. You may fear like, oh, I'm feeling good right now, or I fear that I may repeat something, or something from the past is like going to happen again, or come get me, or you know what I mean? And this is particularly true in relationships, but it's almost like being afraid of being vulnerable in love because of what that got you in the past. It may have gotten you taken advantage of. It may have played on your insecurities. It may have also been something that developed in early childhood, by the way. Who got the inner child work message? Cancerian energy. Could be connecting with. And the thing is like, you don't have to take the past with you into your next chapter. Let's move this over here. Let's go back to the original message. The card of surrender. So you have the ability to recreate your life, your energy, what you attract every single day, every moment, every second. Literally, you have the ability to clean the slate vibrationally. But in order to do that, you've got to push the mute button on the past. You know, it's like that saying, you're born anew. You're born anew every single morning, and you have the opportunity to begin anew every single morning. But what happens is usually within anywhere from 1 to 5 minutes of waking up, your mind will literally begin where it left off the night before. If you did not clear your energy, if you do not meditate, if you do not pay attention to your vibration, it'll literally start the rapid recall of what happened the day prior and the month prior and the years prior, and then whoop, you've got all that vibrational baggage, and now you're taking it with you day by day by day by day, and nothing changes, not that very much, because every day you renew the same vibrations. And this is called life, you know. This is why it's hard to change in life, because you have to change your vibration in order to change your manifestations. So they want you to practice mindfulness in the morning. A 15-minute meditation in the morning will help you clear the slate and give you an opportunity to think new thoughts, vibrate higher, and attract a new experience for yourself. You do not have to repeat the past. You are not a prisoner of your past. It is not a punishment that has been bestowed on you. There is nothing you need to be afraid of. You have the ability to clear your energy, and this is your time. This is your time to do that. Thank you for the $2, Dottie. So this is all fear-based energy right now, by the way, meaning it has not occurred or manifested yet. It's not repeated just yet. But obviously, if you keep it active, then that vibration will continue to be active. And so they're asking you to quite literally meditate, tune in, clear your energy, and surrender this. It no longer serves you anymore to feel this sense of doom and anxiety, and to fear. Quite literally, it steals you away from your own joy when you're in that state, and there's no need for you to put yourself through that, Sagittarius, except that it's a repeated, comfortable, but it's not comfortable. It's just a pattern, that's all. A thought, pattern of thought. So, wow, let's see what the guidance is. That's an intense reading. Holy crap. Okay. You have the card, the card number 40. So this is the card I just literally got for Scorpio. I intend to co-create from my place of positive attraction. The individual creators who are coming together must be in a place of positive attraction before they come together, or nothing positive can come out of that co-creation. If you're negatively focused and not feeling good, you can only attract others who are in the same state of attraction. That is why if you look for a mate from a place of insecurity or a lack of anything, it can never bring you the mate you really want, but instead only one who will amplify your current lack. All the better reason to get in a good feeling, positive vibration, Sagittarius. Okay, so zodiac signs you could be connecting with: Pisces, Gemini. I got almost the same cards in Scorpio's reading as well as Virgo. But take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Yada, yada, yada. Blah, blah, blah. Let's go to Capricorn. Capricorn. Hey, Vanessa. Vanessa, are you not a moderator anymore? Or are you a different Vanessa? I don't know. Vanessa, did you used to be a moderator? You could be a different Vanessa. You're from an ancient forest in Scotland? That's amazing. Okay, thank you for the $2, Dottie. Oh, I appreciate you. Oh, Infinite, there you are. Not the same Vanessa. But I am happy that you're here too. Okay, you're Vanessa from New Zealand. Well, cool. Glad to have you. Okay, I just had to take a brain break for a second. Let's go to Capricorn. 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 What was that just came out of my mouth? It sounded like I said carp. I think I just had like a brain fart or maybe a small stroke. I'm not sure. Anyways, Capricorn. You have the card of Aries. Why do I keep getting this card? Aries, why are you in everybody's reading? You and Scorpio. What is the deal? You could be connecting with that energy or have that in your chart. It's a very active, self-starter, daring, fierce, assertive vibe. It's one of my favorite cards. Very fiery energy. But it can also be impulsive, competitive, argumentative. So be careful with that. Whether that's you or you're dealing with somebody like that. So let's see, Capricorn. What else for my Capricorns? So you have the card of playfulness. Ooh, success. Ooh, ooh. This is beautiful. Look at how vibrant and colorful these energies are. The abundance card, success, playfulness. So, yes, this is beautiful. This is getting what you want. This is things working out for you. This is a sense of accomplishment and success. It is quite literally feeling abundant, whether that be with things, money, energy, happiness, love. I mean, there's lots of ways to be abundant, right? But it's also like Time to have fun. Time to get out and play. Time to celebrate. I'm getting that song in my head. Celebrate. Oh, it's time to celebrate. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see what else. The Chariot. What else for Capricorn? The Queen of Wands. The Five of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. Five of Cups. Ah, and what better reason to celebrate than being finally able to move past something that you haven't been able to move past. Yay, I'm here for it all day, every day. So the Chariot is about like fast progression, movement. It could also be like literally moving, travel, things of that nature. But with the Queen of Wands here, I feel this is actually your energy. Yes, I know you're not a fire sign, but it's the embodiment of, you know, feeling good about yourself, feeling successful. And what are you feeling good about? Not being down in the dumps anymore. If you've been feeling bad about yourself or in a bad feeling space, there is movement out of that energy into a more resolved, resolution, solution-oriented energy. Nothing feels better than when we finally move past something that we never thought we would get over, or that we never thought we would be able to move past, right? And to have that sense of stability and wellness and, you know, goodness back in our lives is such a blessing. And so I feel like there's lots of blessings showing up for you, Capricorn. A sense of resolve showing up for you. It's a time to celebrate all that you've become, all that you are. Some of you quite literally might be attending celebrations. I don't know what for, but, you know, it's a general reading, so take it as it's resonating. And you could be put in a situation where, you know, the old you wouldn't respond in this way, but the new you does. You know, it could also be that internally you are kind of closing the chapter on an old version, an outdated version of you, or how you would typically respond. I was actually talking about this in the Aquarius reading as an example. I'm an Aquarius, but I also have Capricorn in my chart, and I'm a January Aquarius. So I usually resonate pretty good with Capricorn energy. But anyways, what I was saying in that reading was like, nothing feels better than when you're in a situation that would usually bother you and you feel unbothered. You know what I mean? Like, nothing feels better than that. Nothing. So yeah, that's what I feel. So let's see what the guidance is then for Capricorn. Card number 24. Others' opinions are less important than my personal guidance system. You did not intend to use the opinion of others to measure against your beliefs, desires, or actions in order to determine the appropriateness of them. Instead, you knew and still remembered long after you were born that it was the relationship between the opinion or knowledge of the source within you and your current thoughts in any moment that would offer you the perfect guidance in the form of your emotional guidance system. Pay attention to your emotions. Oh, wowzers. Could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sag, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, or Cancerian energy, but take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I missed going live. It's just that, I don't know. I love going live when I am live, but it's like getting the motivation to do it on my weekend when I don't have a whole lot of time off is like, I'm always like, but would I rather go to the pool, you know? Maybe that's a bit lazy of me, but I did go live every Sunday for like 3 years straight, so I feel like I've done my due diligence. but it's just like other things in my life started taking priority. Even though I love this channel, and it stunted my growth completely, because in order to stay relevant on any social platform, you have to go live. Like, you have to. People will watch recorded readings. Like, you guys do tune in pretty often to my recorded readings, but live readings is really where all the traffic comes from. So I really stunted my growth on social media by not going live, but it just became exhausting after a while. But I know that in my heart, I want to make peace with that, and I want to be more comfortable to continue to go live more often, whether it's here or on my Facebook. Because I used to go live on my Facebook too, like all the time. I would share like every single thought I've ever had. And now I never go live over there. I mean, not never, but like once a month, very, very infrequently. Oh, I'm glad you like my energy. So maybe I'll find a compromise. Okay, Aquarius. Aquarius. Does Aquarius need to know? You have the second house of assets and Leo. Taurus, Leo energy could be connecting with that, and or have that in your chart, and or this is the influencing vibes. It's talking about material world, your possessions, your finance, your talent, what you do for a living, your sense of worthiness. And then it is also talking about how you express yourself, your creative self, a very playful, warm, and loving energy. And when I combine these two messages, it's quite literally, Aquarius, that the key to your assets or your financial or material world and getting what you want is through the expression of your creative, loving, warm self. And so they want you to put that at the forefront, especially when it comes to your goals, and whether that be in career or money, but also your personal goals. They're also highlighting love, okay, and relationships. So let's see what else for my Aquariuses. Ooh, the card of flowering. Ah, that's way too many. Although, should I? Okay. All right, I wasn't going to take them, but let me take them. So you have the card of flowering and laziness, which I love this card of laziness. I'll tell you why in a second. Creativity, suppression, maturity. So Aquarius, first of all, who else got this? This is the fertility card. Virgo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, and I can't remember the other one, maybe Taurus. Could be connecting with any of those signs, but it's all about being productive, but not in the sense of like you're doing a lot of things, in the sense of like energy work, flowing your energy right, because this is the card of doing nothing. And sometimes like doing nothing is doing something, you know, like a lot of people think that rest has no purpose, but when it comes to energy and alignment, it is the most purposeful energy to be in, right? And a lot of the spiritual teachers will talk about that, getting into the state of allowance, chilling out, letting things happen, right? So that's the kind of vibe you're wanting to embody here. Some of you have felt suppressed when it came to your creativity or your creative pursuits, maybe because you felt constrained by other life obligations, you know, other things that you had going on. But I feel like just relax into the energy, Aquarius, and the universe will make its way, will find its way for you. And I have a song coming through. He says, the Lord will make a way. He's a rapper, but he's from like the UK. Oh, he's brilliant. I can't believe I can't think of his name right now. Anyways, it's not about you getting out there and making it happen and finding the solution. It's about you letting the universe help make its way to you through your vibration and your energy. So it's really about you chilling out. Chilling out. Who doesn't want to do that, you know? Okay, so let's see what else for Aquarius. The Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you have been coming at something from a different angle than what was beneficial to you. Okay. Okay, so the Seven of Cups, the High Priestess, the Page of Swords, the Justice card, the Magician, and the Seven of Pentacles. So this is all about like diligently working on things. This is an action. Oops, I lost connection there for a second. This is going about things in a traditional manner, right? And then you have the Justice card, which is about like finding balance and harmony. But then there's a very skeptical energy here, right? So I don't know if you're skeptical if your own hard work is going to pay off. And Spirit is saying yes and no. It is going to pay off, but it's not going to be through hard work. It's going to be through the state of allowance. Like you think if you try harder, push harder, you know, push yourself at all, that's how things get done. But in a vibrational world, which is what you live in, it is quite the opposite of that. It is the allowers that get the most. It is the ones who are leveraging the energy of the law of attraction in the universe that are gaining the most. And it is not through your action and your effort. It is through your alignment. Not saying action and effort don't play a role in it. Of course it does. But in the state of alignment, in a state of joy, in a state of love, action does not feel like effort. It feels like ease. Everything feels easy when you're in alignment. So if it's feeling difficult, you're out of alignment. If it's feeling easy, in alignment, how can you tell which path you're on? How does it feel? How does it feel? And if the way you've been going about something feels difficult, then that is your sign to take another look at that. Take a look at how you're handling it, how you're thinking about it, and see if you can't find a path of lesser resistance through your thought patterns. Aquarians can understand this message better than anybody because you live in your mind and you understand the power of your mind better than any of the zodiac signs. You're like quite literally that, what's that Brainiac cartoon character? Megamind? Your Megamind, you know, use your Megamind. So where's the confusion coming from? Some of you feel like you have been giving your best effort, but maybe not been getting your due justice. Okay, and that's making you feel constraint, difficulty, and then that's your indicator that your perception is not allowing the abundance to flow in the way that it could to you, or the love to flow in the way that it could to you. I'm getting a lot of creative, goal-oriented energy here, but this could also be in relationships, so take as it's resonating. But you have the power to manifest here more than enough. Seven of Pentacles is like reaping the rewards of your hard work. But they're saying it doesn't have to be hard at all. Follow your bliss. Follow your joy. When it comes to relationships, if you felt any sort of restraint around that, kind of the same message applies. You've been coming at it from a very pessimistic or analytical angle that was not serving you, Aquarius, and actually it was producing more confusing results than clarity. And the way to clarity is through a different lens, to seeing it through the what could go rights, the positive aspects, to letting yourself chill out a little bit and not be so hyper intensely focused on something or a person. And almost to get into that state of allowance, and then boom, it manifests. So let's see what the guidance is. The guidance. Guidance for Aquarius. That's too many. Oh my gosh, I got this card again. I got this for Sagittarius and Scorpio. Card number 40. I intend to co-create from my place of positive attraction. The individual creators who are coming together must be in a place of positive attraction before they come together, or nothing positive will come out of the co-creation. If you're negatively focused and you don't feel good, you can only attract another who's in the same state of negative attraction. That is why looking for a mate or a partner from a place of insecurity or lack can never bring what you really want, but instead will only amplify your current situation. That's such important advice. I'm guessing that's why it keeps coming out. But you have Taurus energy, Leo, Libra, Gemini. Those are the predominant signs, but could be dealing with any sign. It's a general reading. Let's go to Pisces. Pisces. Ay, ay, ay. You're welcome. Take a breather before I go to Pisces. Goodness gracious. Whew. Pisces. Pisces. Pisces, you have the card of Gemini. You could have Gemini in your chart, and or be connecting with somebody who has Gemini in their chart, and or it's just the influencing vibes. This is all about being curious, communication. It's a very versatile and flexible energy. It is highlighting your social circle, your social network. It's a very adaptable energy, but it could also be superficial, restless, fidgety, so be aware of that. So let's see what else for my Pisces. Whoa, way too many. Hold on a second. Let's see what else for my Pisces. Okay, you have the Master. Card of compromise. What else? Ooh, the card of fighting. This reminds me of Libra's reading. You could be connecting with Libra energy as well. So, quite literally, there is an opportunity possibly to compromise or come to some sort of agreement with another person, or in a connection, or maybe in the job arena, but take it as it's resonating. You have the card of fighting and the card of the Master. So this is like rising above that conflicting energy and truly mastering the art of controlling your own reactivity, your own reactions, your own triggers, right? And there could be something quite triggering going on, you know, or a person who has the ability to like literally trigger you. But it's all about compromise more than anything. So let's see what else we have coming through for my Pisces. 2 of Cups. 8 of Pentacles. The 5 of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. Ugh. Five of Pentacles of the Devil. Some of you dealing with Capricorn. Oh my goodness. Wow. This is exhausting, I feel. They're highlighting a specific connection or relationship here that you may have been working on or trying to work on or very loyal to. And yet I feel so much exhaustion emotionally. And, you know, there's a sense of hesitancy here. There's a sense of being without or not having enough as well. And this could be in the financial sector. So it could be that you're working on a relationship and maybe that's going fine, but you're dealing with a sense of lack when it comes to like your financial situation, and that weighing on you and therefore impacting like the big picture here. But it could also be that you have something going on emotionally within a relationship that is also impacting, you know, your sense of stability, okay? And that could be financially. So take it how it's resonating with you. The Devil here is like kind of like obsessively thinking about, I don't have enough, I don't have enough, I don't have enough, I don't know how I'm going to get through this, I don't know how I'm going to get through. You know, you'd be surprised. If you guys practice mindfulness, which is simply just the art of listening to your crazy ass brain, you will realize how crazy our brains are. Not because we're crazy, but because thoughts are so repetitive. And you be like repetitively thinking something and not even be aware of it. But just consistently beating that drum, beating that drum, beating that drum in your mind, you know? Especially if law of attraction's got momentum going. And, you know, it's difficult. Almost everything that people want to escape has to deal with their mind, the way they're thinking about things. So the mind is a powerful thing, Pisces. And some of you, you know, are not intending to do this, but you're beating the drum of lack, of what you don't like, of what you don't want, and it's just completely emotionally exhausting you. And you think maybe it's because about your circumstances or your partner or this or that and this and that and this and that, and it's not. It's mindset. It's mindset. It's mindset. It's mindset. You could be the poorest person on the planet and the happiest person at the same time, because money don't make you happy. Happiness creates money, though. You know what I mean? Like, mindset is everything. Is everything. You could be alone and happy or alone and lonely. Mindset. So they want you to bring it back to the basics. Go back to the mindset. Where's my mind at? Where's my mindset at? Where's my mind set at? And then change the dial. Now, some of you, this isn't, I could equate this to it being about somebody else. You could be dealing with somebody else that has a very negative mindset, and it's bleeding into your mindset, and you could have the urge to like fight this or tell them how to think or how to be or how to feel. But if you really want to be the master that the spirit is calling you to be, it's not so much about making somebody think or behave or be different as it is about finding a way to be unbothered and untethered to it. Having some sort of compromise. When you're down, I'm up, and when I'm up and you're down, we help each other. But I will not join you in your misery, but I will hold the vibration of hope. And through my holding of the vibration of hope, that is the only way I can inspire you from misery to hope. But if you get miserable with this person, well, then you're of no help to each other. So, there is lots of abundance here, although you may only be seeing lack. And there's lots of emotional fulfillment here, although you may not be able to palpate that in the moment or during this time frame. But that doesn't mean it's not there. It doesn't mean it's not there. So they want you to be kind to yourself, be loving to yourself, continue to work on yourself, There's an opportunity to compromise here and to master some sort of lesson. And you also have social support coming through for you. So that's what friends are for. That's what family's for. That's what your mommy's for. You know what I mean? Like, don't be afraid to reach out for your support systems. See what the guidance is. Card number 35. I have the power to direct my own thoughts. Your thoughts do create the reality that you live, and one of the most exciting things about beginning the process of deliberately focused thought is that the law of attraction will bring you evidence of your improved thought immediately. And while old patterns will be hard to break, and you will slip back into old patterns from time to time, evidence of your effort will be undeniable to you. And before long, with much less effort than you spend trying to dodge negative conversations or train another person into better behavior, all of your relationships will improve. That's like almost identical to what I just read. Wow. Could be dealing with, like I said, Capricorn, Libra, Gemini, Taurus, Virgo, Scorpio, Aries. But take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So that's what I have for you guys today. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for my moderators who helped block all of the fun trolls in the chat. I really appreciate you. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you again, Dottie, for your super chat. I will be hopefully going live on Facebook soon. So if you don't want to miss out, follow me on Facebook. Tarot Time with Dana is the name of my Facebook account. It's also linked down below. I also have an Instagram. You can follow me there. Although my Instagram's mostly just personal. I'm not going to lie. I don't do tarot over there. So don't follow if you think you're getting tarot. It's just like me being me. Being me. So... but you know, whatever. If you want to be friends skis, follow me there. Otherwise, I'm wishing you guys the very best and happy Sunday to you. And until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.